So far we have a clear bowl, we have a measuring cup, we have your special Reynolds wrapping foil paper, and of course the baking soda. But more importantly, you also have a supporter, your little nephew, named Diego. So we're gonna go ahead and take the tarnish pieces that we have here, which in this case is gonna be a necklace, 2 pieces of necklaces. As you can see, they're fully tarnished, pretty dark. The observations that we can take off of this is the fact that they're very dark. They're not as bright, obviously, as a compared other piece of silver, but this would be the more tarnished one, as you can see. As you can see towards the middle, right there, there's more dark pieces of it. So, just like so. Doesn't look very shiny, so we're gonna go ahead and make them extra, just as our instructor just told us in our lab manual. So the next step would be is that we had to fill up the water to 3/4 of a cup, as you can see right there. And what we're also going to be doing is we're going to be heating up the water. So as we slowly pour this into our beaker, we're going to go ahead and put this in the microwave so that it's heating, along with the assistance of my nephew here. So as we can see, we're right now boiling the water inside the microwave, and what we've also done is we've went ahead and covered half of the tarnished silver with aluminum foil, such as this, half of it obviously with the other chain, and I also did half of the cross here so we can possibly see the differences once it's all done. We took a tablespoon and filled it only 1/4 of the way with baking soda, and we're going to go ahead and add this in a reactant with the boiling water, as is about to be done right now. Okay? So as you can see, we just took out the water from the microwave as it's boiling. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and pour in the baking soda inside the boiling water. So as you notice, the way that it reacts, it's give it a little bit of a somewhat reaction because of the heat, of course. So we'll see if we can go ahead and mix it up a bit. So it looks like it just completely dissolved inside the water. So give it a little bit of a different color, and we're going to go ahead and pour in the tarnished silver. And as you can see, it's completely submerged. We're going to go ahead and do it now with the other piece of metal. See right here. So, okay. So it looks like they're both submerged. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and wait for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can actually already see that some of the materials on the silver is already starting to slowly dissipate away from the well, some of the corrosion is coming away from the metal. A little bit of bubbles showing up, but other than that, that probably has to do with some air pockets inside the foil. But we'll come back and see how it comes out. Okay, so far it's only been about 2 minutes that have passed, and there's already a strange odor coming from it. It really smells like rotten eggs. You know, it's not a pleasant smell, but you do smell quite a bit of it right now. But looks like it's working, so we'll check back on it. So here's my second assistant, giving me an opportunity to see after 15 minutes. Of course, we have our #1 assistant. So after 15 minutes, we've noticed that this has actually cleaned up pretty well. The odor sort of kind of went away, but we're going to go ahead and take these out so we can see exactly what we're working with here. So as you can see, some of the aluminum foil was left out, just like the instructions said. I did do the other one, but I left that one in just to see if there was any difference in regards to that. But here is the difference. We've noticed that actually it did improve the coloring of it. So it looks much shinier than before. This, however, did some cleanup. Not as much as I thought it would be, but it still did some. I'm sure that with a paper towel, with a proper cleaning cloth, it's going to look much better than that. So we'll go ahead and start removing these, and we'll report exactly how it smells and what we see. Okay, so after careful observations on this, you'll notice that this is actually much cleaner. This is the side that was not covered with the foil. This is the end that was covered with the foil. Notice that it's still sort of, well, much more dirtier, obviously, than this end right here. So again, this end was covered with the foil. This end was not covered. Obviously, there is a stench odor of rotten eggs when you do take this out. Pretty awful smell. Same thing here. Notice that this is actually, you can even see some of the tarnish from there. It's not as clean here as it is here. I did leave this piece right down here to see, and you can actually see somewhat of a difference. This is actually a little bit shinier than this bottom end, especially down here. So you notice that obviously the baking soda did do an effect in regards to cleaning the silver here. And of course, I'll showcase it. I'll go ahead and clean it a little bit more. I'll use a proper cleaning cloth so you can see much more of a difference. Okay, so here is the final completion of the experiment. So as you can see, we're after cleaning it quite some bit. Didn't take too long. It just with a piece of paper like this, I went ahead and just ran through it. You'll notice that again the difference in regards to how it's able to clean by taking away the tarnish. This was the item that was not with the foil paper. This one was with the foil paper. Obviously this made a better job in cleaning it than this. Same thing here. This was not covered with foil. This was. You notice that this is much duller down here as it was up here now. This was not covered, but it's hard to tell the difference on this one obviously. But in conclusion, what it is that it's a pretty nifty way. It's simple and easy way to clean your silverware. You know, obviously it can perform pretty good ways of cleaning your silver. And of course, this is some of the ingredients that are used in some of the cleaning supplies for silver. We're gonna go ahead and just do one more experiment. This is the optional one, which is what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on the other side of the foil. Last time we used the shiny side, this time we're going to use the dull side. And we're also going to put it in salt or vinegar to see if there's any difference in regards to the way it reacts. And of course, as far as the questions go, we can also research that online in regards to the reason why it smelled like rotten eggs, and the difference in regards from it being tarnished as opposed to rust. And just a quick reference, obviously rust, something that probably eats away of the metal, whereas opposed to tarnish, it just builds on top of it and there's a chemical reaction in regards to it, but it doesn't eat away on it. Alright, hopefully this has been informative. I'll show you the conclusions on the vinegar and salt one, and we should go from there. Alright, here's part of the second of the experiment. We still have the water in boiling. Second part's already wrapped around, which is the parts that are still somewhat tarnished. And of course we have your vinegar. Okay, so we'll see what happens.